Well, the Young Progressives Party is one of 18 political parties hoping to produce Nigeria's next president. Its candidate, Malik Ado Ibrahim, has described himself as a Pan-Africanist looking for the best for his country and his continent. He's urging Nigerians to put away religious and ethnic diversity to ensure collective development. He says his expertise in the global energy and security sectors will help solve some of the country's biggest challenges. Well, we're joined now by the vice presidential candidate of the YPP, Dr. Enyinnaya Kasarachi. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Let me just start off by asking, the campaign season is upon us.
Yeah.
I must say that I haven't heard much coming from your party. A good opportunity to tell us what's playing out at the YPP. What should we be expecting this campaign season?
We're working hard to put things in place. Okay. I'm aware our party met today, okay, and soon Nigeria will hear from us. We're putting the campaign council together. Okay. It's not something we'll come on the air to start to say what we're doing, but we're doing the best to showcase Nigeria the best candidate for 2003 election.
I see. All right, but then clearly election is, the campaign council is, pardon me, the campaign season is upon us. It's almost like the same interview we just had with, the APC representative or spokesperson. What is it about this delay, though? We understand that kicking off on the 28th or not doesn't really reflect the readiness of a party. But then, why are we still taking this time to put together the campaign council to begin with? It's already here.
The party is a different thing. The candidate is also a different person.
Okay.
And my own little experience, the party has their own say. The candidates also have their own say. So both of them have to work together at the end of the day to come out to say, look at the people who are going to run together. So it's not a question of trying to say there's difference between the campaign council and the candidate. They are together. So what I'm trying to say is that we in YPP, we are putting in place our campaign council, and soon we'll announce it to the public. Yeah.
All right, that's great to know, but let's get to the specifics of what YPP is bringing to the table if Nigerians really buy into what your vision is. But right now, just like when you said, it's not like we've really heard much from the YPP in terms of your agenda, where what is the vision that you have for Nigeria, whether you're talking about unemployment that's hovering around 40%, you're talking about the fact that Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world, the debt profile is, gone through the roof. What exactly is your vision as far as the economy is concerned? Because I read somewhere where you said that the governing party has taken Nigeria 50 years back. How are you going to fast track Nigeria to catch up with the rest of the world?
The country is going through a lot. Presently, we have two major challenges in this country today. One is insecurity, one is power. And I believe we'll come to this table as a president to bring something new, not the old saying, we are going to do this, we are going to do this, we are going to solve all the whole problem. We have two major problems in this country today. And those two major problems for us is security and power. And once any government can get it right in those two major problems, every other problem will be solved. If you look at it today, you can't travel. Even me, I can't go to my home and feel free. You want to travel from here to Canada. So how do you want to drive economy? So the security is a major problem. And if you also look at it, in the past 23 years now, I think the PDP government spent over more than 12 billion trying to get power. APC has spent over more than $8 or $9 billion. Look at those figures. Okay. Does it make any sense? It doesn't make any sense for anybody.
Clearly, we've actually heard this narrative from every other party. Yeah. And if I decide to ask your strategy or your party's strategy, I'm sure you're going to have a very lovely document. But let's get very real, when it comes to winning this election. What are your chances of winning the elections in 2023? How prominent is the YPP across the country? Are there plans to unite with other parties to put forward your plan?
We don't have any plan to do any alliance. With the new electoral law, there's no plan for a new alliance. We are going to talk to the people.
Okay.
And the young people is where we are concentrating. So we don't have more to talk to. The women and the young people, common people, who are being suffering in this country, who are being deprived of life. Those are the people we are talking to. We are not a big party to say we are going to compete. We are not going to do one big rally that you leave your home for throughout the day. You want to come out. So
what's your strategy for winning then? How are you positioning yourself to take advantage?
We are planning to have a town hall meeting across the country. I see. Okay. And very soon, from next month, I think we'll have all those plans in place.
So what exactly will be your messaging? I mean, Young Progressives Party, that's a very apt name.
Yeah.
It just tells you, look, your focus will be the youth.
Yeah.
But we don't seem to be seeing the youth actually line up behind the YPP. As a matter of fact, if any party was to lay claims to that.
No, Young Progressive Party, right, if you know, is a young party,
yeah,
just of recent. And building up a party, it takes a lot of time because you can't compete with people who have money bags and other things. So you can't really compete with them. So we're talking to Nigerian young people who understand the problem. We're talking to them.
What are you telling them in specifics?
We're telling them we are going to change narrative. This is not the kind of people who make promises they don't keep. So we're telling them a different story.
So wouldn't it have been safer for you to actually start, say, from the state level, the state, houses of assemblies to begin with, before even hitting the presidency for a young party, as you have mentioned? Wouldn't it have been better for you to make your impact at the grassroots first before climbing up?
Listen. Today we have a senator.
Yes.
Ifeanyi Oba is our senator. Today we have Oba, the guy in Akwa Ibom. We have a lot of people already in the YPP. So it's just not something you can say. It's just a new party that we just need to. So
clearly you're well positioned.
Yeah, so we're well positioned. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now, like you mentioned earlier, that security is the issue.
Yeah.
If you fix security, it will have a knock-on effect on the economy, and other areas. But the non-state actors that continue to take up arms against Nigeria, for one reason or the other, whether you're talking about IPOB, the Yoruba Nation, and other agitators, even in the Niger Delta, what do you have any strategy that you will, bring to bear to say to them, lay down your arms in a way that they'll actually believe you and trust you to lay down those arms?
See, if you believe me, most of these agitations are caused by roots of bad leadership. And we just want to get the leadership right. Because people doesn't believe in the leadership. Believe me, people don't trust the government. So it's not a question of people saying IPOP or what do you call it in the north and the south. It's all over. You are going to see more. So there's no way you are going to stay and say, oh, you're going to close down when there's poverty. It's not going to work.
No, but then don't you think it's easier said than done? Leadership can be quite complex. And talking about security, it's not just one side of the country that suffers it today.
No, it's all over the country.
You said that's why we really want to get that very clear strategy on how you plan to address it. It's one thing to put the president there. He's not going to work alone. It's another thing to also consider the interest and the agitations of those other areas. How do you plan to settle that, to resolve that?
You can't put people who doesn't understand the problem to solve a problem. It won't work. I believe in the leadership of Ado Malik Ibrahim. He has a lot of experience on the security, built a lot of security equipment and other things, have international recognition. So I believe he will bring something new to the table. It's not something we are going to continue to do the same thing we've been doing over the years, trying to solve the problem. Just like yesterday, I was listening to our senior brother, the major. This problem of insecurity have been there. So let us not start pretending as if it's just something that started
but
recently.
One thing that almost disappoints, I use that word advisedly, for every presidential candidate or VP candidate or other, aspirants or candidates who we've asked exactly how you're going to fix it, because really it's crucial. Now, just like you said, Nigerians, look, if you don't get security right, nothing else will work. So Nigerians want to know as they go to the polls in 2023, okay, Party A A, Party B, Party C says this is going to be their strategy. And on the basis of what they have told us that we can hold them accountable for, we're going to, put
their vote.
We're going to vote for them. So we want to hear in clear terms. You may not necessarily spread the whole thing out, but in bullet forms, really.
Yeah,
what needs to be done security-wise?
I think number one is to rigid the security architecture.
Okay.
And improve the manpower. How can a country of 200 and something million will have less than 150,000 people securing us? It's not going to work. So we need to do more of training and the retraining. A lot of, because most of these security guys, if you pass here in the Abuja, all of them are begging. So how will you get people that secure you who are begging for 50 naira, 100 naira? It's not going to work. So a lot of things are wrong. So both the leadership they know the problem. They just pretend as if they don't know. That's the truth.
So the political will to do that is missing. Dr. Mike Eyenaya Kasarachi, YPP Vice Presidential Candidate, joining us on Newsnight tonight. Thank you so much.